With concerns of a fourth wave of COVID on the horizon, those impacted by the deadly virus are speaking out to raise awareness of vaccine efforts. One local group of young people has produced a very personal collection of PSAs targeting minority communities. Here it is.
My grandmother died from COVID last year, and she was so close to getting the vaccine. I just don't want other people to pass up this opportunity to protect themselves. So that's why we all must get vaccinated, trust the science, and make the world a safer place.
Gary Tigner is that young man that you see in the video. He's joining us today along with our friend Dr. Jeffrey Sterling from Simcoe Managed Preventative Care. Welcome, both of you. Welcome to both of you. And Gary, as you said in the video, my condolences to you. Your grandma died of COVID. She was that close to a vaccine. Is this why you felt the need to make the PSA?
I totally did feel like, that she deserves it because, sorry, this is very hard because,
Take your time, we understand.
Yeah, her birthday just passed. She would have been 79. And I feel like, when I lost her, it was just so disheartening because I knew that she, would have died. She would have lived if, we would have taken care of this pandemic before it even reached the country. And right now, I don't wish for anybody right now to be in my situation back in December when she passed, because back then we didn't have the vaccine to give her. We would definitely gave her the vaccine. And there's been a lot of people who did not get the chance to get the vaccine.
This is a horrible, horrible, horrible disease affecting so many people. Doctor, as Gary says, a lot of people are really hesitant to do it, but his grandmother could be alive today if she was able to get that vaccine, right?
That's right. There are literally about 400,000 Americans who we honestly, if we're going to be frank about it, we can say those deaths can now be classified as avoidable had we had the right administration of public health best practices in place.
And now the new coming out just today, I think it is, or yesterday, that now they know that the vaccine will protect you for at least 6 months against the disease. And Gary, when you hear people saying, oh, I don't want to get it, it's going to mess up my DNA, it's going to, how does that make you feel knowing that you lost someone so close to you and could have been saved, and these people are pushing it away?
Yeah, initially I feel angry because there's definitely been millions of lives who have been affected by this pandemic. And right now we have the key to end this pandemic once and for all. I just hope that people will take time to basically I guess reassess the situation, how there's millions of people getting vaccinated and they're all right. I just got my first dose last week and I'm still here, talking today,
right?
Just perfectly fine. And yeah, we all need to get vaccinated, because it is safe.
Doctor, and we've talked about this before, what do we say to folks, especially in the African-American community, people of color, who are hesitant? We've got a prime example right here with Gary's grandmother.
Well, please allow me to extend my condolences to Gary and his family and so many others in the same situation. But I'm actually here to say that moving forward, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. The disparity in vaccine hesitancy really is reducing across different demographics and ethnicities. So people are starting to get the message. We have to keep repeating it. We have to let people know that they have to fight to get to the front of the line. We are talking about a solution that is 95% effective. It's time to say, our concerns have been addressed, and it's time for us to push to get vaccinated. We know enough now to say that.
Will we have to get another vaccine in 6 months or, or every year? Right now, what are you thinking?
Well, my thinking, again, this is not to a medical certainty, but I believe that will actually be the case if for no other reason that the predominant strains that are now in the United States are not the strains that have been tested. So in other words, the South African and the Brazilian strains, as they replace the older strains that were in the United States, become more prevalent, the vaccine that we're giving to people may need to be tweaked so that the booster becomes more effective than what had previously been given. That remains to be seen. There is some level of effectiveness to those strains, but I'm pretty sure that's going to prove to be the case perhaps in 6 months, and we'll revisit that conversation annually.
And Gary, how effective do you think that these PSAs are going to be, or do you hope that they'll be to people?
You know what? At first glance, there's probably hundreds of videos out there pleading with people to take this pandemic very seriously and get vaccinated. I just hope that my video can at least get one person educated, get one person vaccinated, and help spread awareness to their loved ones so they can also be protected.
Yeah, Gary, thank you so much. Be safe, be well. Our condolences. And Dr. Sterling, as always, thanks for joining us. Hope to talk to you again both soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.